Let the chaos reign.
Chaos Reign presents the power of the male seed and its effects on women's mentality. Broadcast July the 7th, 2019. Enjoy.
The views expressed on Talk Real Solutions, hosted by Tyrone Thompson at TalkRealSolutions.com, are the views of Tyrone Thompson and do not reflect the views of TalkRealSolutions.com, YouTube, or etc. The content here belongs to Talk Real Solutions and its many contributors. Views and opinions expressed by all contributors belong to them and not TalkRealSolutions.com or Tyrone Thompson, the host, or etc. All data and information provided on the site is for informational purposes only. Talk Real Solutions makes no representations as to accuracy, completeness, correctness, suitability, or validity of any information on this site and will not be liable for any errors, omissions, or delays in this information or any losses, injuries, or damages arising from its display or use. All information is provided on an as-is basis.
In the world where there's crime, corruption, violence, rape, murder, theft, and all other forms of atrocities that plagues the world we live in today, what you're seeing, what you're witnessing, we live in a state of chaos, and it'll take a greater or much extremer chaos to restore the order in which the world we live in today. Good evening, Black people. This is Gary, aka Chaos, here. Tonight, subject. And this is something that I think I might have talked briefly last year, maybe, on an old broadcast. But today, there are some articles that I had around in the store from other sources. And lucky for me, the conversation for tonight's broadcast that I mentioned before in regards to this thing about DNA imprint and what women hold, I've knew about this for some time now. But through the luck of watching other resources, kind of confirms everything that I've mentioned before. And I remember during a brief short conversation when people call and ask the same question about women and this thing about what women can't do what men do, it kind of further concludes on this. But before I go to today's article, I would like everybody that go to talkrealsolutions.com. There you'll see the 3-point plan for Black empowerment, Black achievement. On the 3-point plan, you will see a list of Black established-owned banks located here in the United States of America. We have, I think, still total 29 or 30 people. And if you're not have a bank account on one of the regular commercial banks, I advise to create one for these Black established-owned banks located in your city near you. It's always good to funnel your money in different accounts and systems. You know, keep you fresh, keep everything afloat. So if one fails, there's another one active. It's just like stocks. You always have to spread your portfolio up, so if anything happens, you have some on reserve. You never keep all, what the old saying goes, your eggs in one entire basket. Your eggs got spread out from multiple baskets. So the list of the Black-owned banks are located there. Also, you see the latest news articles, stories, and things that's going on here and outside America. And also, you can find us on YouTube. You can type in Talk Real Solutions on YouTube, which I'll go on YouTube right now. 1 second. Let me see. Where am I? All right, let me type that. And as you know, we are here. It's titled Talk Real Solutions on YouTube. You could subscribe and, like all the videos that's on Talk Real Solutions. I believe one of the things with the YouTube, the Talk Real Solutions has been around a little longer, per se. There is some good work being done on this channel. If you notice, regardless of who's doing the show, you can learn something from all these discussions. Sometimes something will make you laugh, make you, give some humor, and something that you can get out of it. I think because I did not broadcast the following week, I know there were some shows done by, I think, ABC and maybe Howard, I don't know. But like I said, this show runs 6 to 7 days a week on somewhat of an average. So like always, you're not going to miss a beat if you're unable to get it through free conference call. You can also go to YouTube and download the recordings as well, either video or audio. So if any show you like, please, subscribe to the channel. And also on Talk Real Solutions, on the website, we also have a donation. So if you kindly want to donate as more than $2 or $5 to the show, it'll be greatly appreciated. Any show you like. So, and I'm noticing in the chat room, somebody said seed men don't have seeds. Shaking my head. That's stupidity. But anyway, I ain't gonna focus too much on the chat room. But nonetheless, we're gonna have a pretty good time. We're gonna learn something. What else do I have to say on here? There might be some things coming down the pipe in regards to any content I will be putting out here. I'm going to see if we can get some other people on here to talk about some of the issues or some things that's regular talking. But, we're going to try to keep it mature tonight, I don't want people getting their feelings. I don't want women call up here trying to cuss me out and stuff and tell me some stupid and some what we call fuckery about what they don't like to hear about tonight. I don't give a crap. You're going to get this work. You're going to listen like everything else, just like how we listen. Like every man listens to everything else. You're going to listen to this tonight. And you're going to like it, regardless if you like it or not. So I guess I said enough. We could begin. All right. So what should I start with first? 2 whole articles I'm going to go through on this. I'll give my little take on it. But I know what it is. All right. As I look for it. Okay. I guess we'll use this one. And let me get my my poll. Actually, I can hear it good from my phone. So let me get a stance of this. Hopefully you hear me. Yeah. Perfect. All right. And one other thing, the call number for tonight's show is 712-770-4160. The access code is 915-411#. And the subject matter for tonight's show, T.R.S. Reign presents the power of the male seed and its effects on women's mentality. It is a more pressing issue, a fair topic. So let's go into this. Medical Daily, posted July the 7th at 9 p.m. The DNA from sperm of ex-partners linger in female files and influence the genetic of her offspring. When a woman breaks up with a man, she usually wants every remain of him removed from her life. A new study suggests that, trying as she might, there may be one last piece of him that she stuck with for good, his DNA. A study from Australia has managed to prove that fly offsprings are able to resemble a mother's previous sexual partner or reside. even when conceived with their father's sperm. The idea of telegony, a previous mate influenced a woman's offspring, has been around for centuries. It was first proposed by the Greek philosopher Aristotle and was accepted as science until the early 1900s, when it was disproved and replaced by more modern genetic theories. According to the study, the press release, unfortunately, the theory was largely used as a fear tactic to prevent women from copulating with different race or lower classes. But the study suggests the theory may have some element of truth, for files at least. Now, mind you, I remember that same conversation I had with a particular caller, and they told that, science cannot prove it, and that's a lie and all stuff. But this is something that they already knew about this, not from Aristotle's days, but they've been doing with their own little research. But we never asked the question, why is something like this not talked about more in the medical establishment or informed to women? Was always the question. I never questioned this because I always know as a man, and we always know the saying, that a man can sit there, screw a lot of women, but you don't see him have this attachment sometimes. Now, he might love some of them and might attach to some, but he goes there, busting at them, and sometimes depending on his connection to the woman, he might just go on to the next one. But I remember saying the same conversation with women that are adult entertainers and probably, let's say, prostitutes from brothels and stuff. They make a life career out of this. And even it was said that some of them, after engaging this behavior with multiple men as a profession for, let's say, 10 to 20 years, once they hit a certain age, they start lose their minds. And they start having these little thinkings. And their behavior really is a reflection of the amount of nuts that goes in them, per se. Now, some dudes were fighting. Well, actually, one dude fought me up on this and told me, said that I was foolish, brought up, which I find surprised why a man would defend this, but that's another story. I would normally find women will try to defend this more. And usually, now that I think about it, not much women, probably maybe one that called in that year, had an issue with it. I don't remember any other women had an issue because a lot of women said they can't just sit there to screw every man out here. I mean, I think they already come to realization of this because they know the behavior and demeanor change after, going through relationship. Hell, even staying with one man for a while, some of them have to take a long period of time to wash up that residue, not just inner, but mentally and spiritually. But let me continue reading the article. The test of the age-old theory of telegony. The researchers manipulate male files to grow to a certain height by changing the amount of nutrition in their diet. They then mate immature females with either large or small males. Later on, the now nature or maturity female were again mated with males and various sizes. The subsequent offspring were then studied, and what research observed was quite remarkable. We found that even though the second male served the offspring size was determined by what the mother previously mate partner ate, and as a maggot, Dr. Angela Crean, lead research on project, explained in the press release, our new findings take this as a whole new level, showing a male can also transmit some of his acquired features to offspring stirred or served by other males. The researchers are not yet sure about why this phenomenon occurs, but believe it may be due to molecules in the seminal fluid of the first mate being absorbed by the female immature egg and then influence the growth of the offspring of a later mate. This findings only adds to a already complicated field of genetics. Scientists are only just beginning to grasp the concept that offspring genetics are influenced by non-genetic factors, such as parent diets. Our new finding takes this to a whole new level. Cream said, to answer the question that I'm sure is on every one of your mind, no, the researcher are not yet sure whether this phenomenon exists. In any other species, by testimony of many experienced breeders, suggests it may be. As for humans, I don't even want to begin opening that can of worms. But Crean did tell Medical Daily in an email that she is not ruling out this possibility. Hold on. What's this? I can't exit out of that. Okay. There is no evidence of such effects in humans, but there has not been any research on this possibility in humans. There is a potential for such effects in mammals. Expand Crean. For example, there is a lot of fetal DNA in maternal blood during pregnancy, and this could potentially play a role in such effects. There is also evidence in mammals that seminal fluid affects offspring's development, so semen from one male could potentially influence the development of egg fertilization by another male, which is what we think is happening in flies. Crean added that due to the ethical restraint, it would be difficult to conduct a similar experiment on humans. The update, quoted by Dr. Angela Crean, has been recently added. And that's it for this article. And this is the Medical Daily. Has a nice little picture to it. But it goes back to one part, and there's another article I'm reading in a second. But like I said before, nothing is really possible. And this is why even during and after the 60s era, with this feminine revolution and then, promoting women to say you could screw any man as multiple men. And we all know they got this from the European woman, because on the average, the sisters don't go out their way to screwing everything once like that. Up to the point to the 60s, and then probably some part during late 70s, going out to 80s, there was potentially a turnaround, with this. A lot of dudes complain about the feminism, this gynocentrism, blah, blah, blah shit, And they kind of gave fruit to this sexual revolution. But in consequence of the sexual revolution, we allow women to know that they're trying to be or act and do things like men. And you always hear that saying, you can't do what men do. And we all hear this. But we don't understand why. And this is one reason why. But that's the medical side from this article. And mind you, I know what most of us on here, we look to our behavior and we think it's cool to do everything and there's some consequences. There's probably some consequences with the men with certain behaviors. Usually with men, if they're always just letting it rip on women, he might eventually suffer some prostate issues down the line, or some type of cancer down the line, possibly, and I say possibly. Or even worse, he might catch these STDs through the amount of women he's sleeping with, because, a lot of women has history of men that they slept with, and remember, they hold a lot of things in their system. And then you as a man, you stick your phallus in there and you just shoot up the club, if you get what I mean. And eventually you sit there, you go to the bathroom, you want to take a leak, and it burns. Hey, that might be the consequence, because, you as a man, you have to be discernment, especially in this society. Now, especially when women now are able to have as much much sexual partners as you, if you're able to get the sexual partners as a man. And usually, I always said with the same test that I came across. And I'm trying to remember where I came across the same test, but I use it as my own example. When I have discussions with other females, and they don't believe me, which is ironic, stupid, that say, okay, I'll tell you what the test was. The test was this. How many partners you could have under your belt in one day, a 24-hour day? I told this female this, and I asked her who would win that battle, how many partners they could have sex with in one day. Miraculously, the answer I get is they'll say a man will have more sex than a woman. And I had to rebuttal and say, no, you will outshine a man in that department. And the reason why, because as a man, and ladies want to listen good, hear me good on this. You're not going to, a man isn't going to walk up to you and say, listen, I want to take you in my room and screw you. Go and be blunt honest with them. That female will look at that male, depending if he looks cute, ugly, wherever, and say no. But you ladies, if you come across just any random dude, depending on what he looks like, and you said, I want to just have sex, where's the room we could just get into business? 9/10 out of the time, a man's not going to turn down no sex. He's going to say, hell yeah. He's going to take you to that room, give you that little 1 minute or 5 minutes, or how long he lies in the bed, and then you're on to the next one. But a few women, when I gave this test, can never conceptualize that thought. They always think that a man, just by he keeping it real, and I'm not talking about say just lies with the coochie, keeping it real. Tell her right there and there that you wanted to screw you. On the average, most women are not going to sit there and just say, okay, and just go be down with this, let any man etch him, just like that. He was keeping it real. A man has to put in work to get the coochie. You get me? And this could be for any woman, the ratchet woman, to the so-called professional woman, which some professional women are ratchet as well, to the, decent little, Christian soft-ass chick will probably, potentially might give you some. But the point is this, that in that race, in how many partners you could have, a woman could have an edge all day, every day over a man. I don't give a crap what somebody will tell me or what they'll think it is not. And they know, and I know some women that maybe that listen to the show will know, they know a couple of female friends of theirs that are sitting there going through man after man. You got one of those ladies, those friends ladies that's very loosey with their coochie, and you keep a close eye on them because that's your girlfriend or whatever you want to call it. You sure as hell keep a close eye on them and keep friends with them. Which is another question I always think as a man, that if you know your friend is very loose with her womb, why would you keep her around you and your mate, especially if he's your husband or your boyfriend? And notice that 9/10 of the time, if she's that loose, she's going to pretty much sleep with your man. I know most women say they don't keep some friends around their man because, they don't want the possibility, especially if their friend is like that, to go around and screw their boyfriends or their husbands. And trust me, it does happen. That's why I see why a lot of women be very secretive about who their man is, because they got friends. And this is my thing about all this. If you're that so insecure and of yourself towards who you have your man around with, then you need to be alone or change your circle, one or the other. But women are going to be women at the end of the day. So now, the number to call in for tonight's show, I repeat, for those who are listening first time, is 712-770-4673. 4160. The access code is 915-411-pound. I'll repeat this number again. 712-770-4160. Access code 915-411-pound. Tonight's subject is titled Chaos Reign Presents Power of the Male Seed and Its Effects on the Woman's Mentality. Okay. So, and should I check the chat room? Let's look. Only 2 people. Okay, let me continue. The next one is from the Forbes magazine. It's titled, Male DNA is often found in women's brains. Where does it come from? Do women retain DNA from every man they have ever slept with? Originally, it appears on Quora, the place to gain and share knowledge, empowering people to learn from others and better understand the world. And this is answered by Suzanne Sadine, PhD in evolutionary biology and Corel. Do women retain DNA from every man they have ever slept with? No. The claim comes from an observed clickbait article on your news wire, which I won't give more oxygen by linking. The article refers to this study, which found males' cells in 37 out of 59 women brain study of 63%. Where did the cells come from? The most likely explanation is pregnancy. During implantation, embryonic cells are programmed to divide extremely fast and invade the mother's bloodstream. Sometimes they can establish population in other parts of her body that survives for the rest of her life. But wait, another study shows that few women had male cells, even though, so far as they know, they had never been pregnant. Based on this, author from Your News Wire article make a gigantic leap to claim that these cells must be sperm collecting from sex partners. Now think about sperm. They haploid. They can function like normal human cells. They highly specialize, having evolved solely to compete to get to the egg. They don't survive more than a few days. Even in a oviduct, which evolves to store them, the most important, they can divide. So no, women don't retain men's sperm for life. That's just silly. Why do some women who never been pregnant still have male cells? Most likely, they had been pregnant. They just don't know it. It's though that around half of all pregnancies end in spontaneous miscarriage, very often before they are detected, which is very true. There are also 2 other possibilities. Source of these cells. Cells from an older brother that had been retained and the woman's mother were incorporated by the woman when she was growing in the womb, or 2 cells from male twins that was observed before birth. It's remotely possible that women might sometimes retain from non-sperm cells from male partners. Since that never been studied and biology is weird, but there's currently no reason to think it's true, and many reasons to think it's not. For starters, the female reproductive tract is actually a horrible, unfriendly place to start a new cell colony. If it's where you have embryos growing all over the place, and an ectopic pregnancy is really bad news. You'd be far more likely to catch someone else's cells in an open womb, but that also extraordinary rare. The case of the surgeon who developed cancers are cutting his hand during surgery on a cancer patient. The cancers are cancers because they proliferate aggressively, in a fact that often use the same genetic archetype as embryos, but even so, we don't generally worry about catching cancer because our immune defense rapidly erratic foreign cells, and the chance of propagating normal adult male cells in the reproductive tract is permissible, far smaller. And that's the end of this article. And there's more articles to this. And let's click onto this. Some unanswered absurd article. Okay. That's one article. Let me check the next article. Okay, I think that's the end of it. And there's more topics which are very abnormal, but we'll stop here. So that's another person quoted about this thing about the DNA. And they're questioning, well, people understand most people that are pregnant, especially women, some do carry term, some might abort it, and some will have what they call miscarriage. But that same DNA that shoots out 1 million sperm cells in one doesn't just simply just goes away like that. It might stay in a lot of women's body for a couple months, but it also travels into their DNA, mostly particularly the brain, because you always leave an imprint from somebody's, genetics, and it could mess with you mentally over time. I think the first article in this article, from what has been read, might conflict with the previous article I read, but behold that it is truly a fact that you're storing a lot of male partners you have sex with, ladies. Now, mind you, women are going to do what they're going to do at the end of the day. They're going to still, overlook this article and still go on a rampage and have that sex page where they just go fucking suck all over the place. And they say, I just want to be fun, have fun. And I say, girl, do you. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy those young lives wherever you do. You know what I'm saying? And then once you're ready to really, let's say, settle down and all that stuff, you're going to have every little DNA portion of this man that you experience, especially with one man or most women. And normally, there are some women out here today that does not experiment their bodies in doing their sexual liberation like that in numbers. Not a lot. I mean, there's some probably when they're younger, and then they might just not know better, and then, they just go out there and just bust it wide open for a real nigga. You get me? But, these are things they learn in life later on. I think one of the most dangerous professions any woman could participate in this society is to be escort. Hell, you could be also porn star. Or anything it requires you to sit there and, let a man just, nut all over you or shoot up the place. It's not really healthy, in the long run, And we know a lot of people that, let's say, in the porn industry, some will tell you about their experience. Some don't really live. They might have all right lives, maybe financially, but they have some wrong mentally with them after a while. And there are some videos right now you can look up on YouTube or wherever, and they'll tell you their experience and what they've gone through and what their experience of life after a life of constant screwing with different men. It's not that pretty for a lot of women that does this for a profession. That's why if you look at the old days in Europe, there was always a rule and standard for most women that are escorts or whores. That they after a period of time, they do it as young as they get in the profession, maybe as young as 16, maybe a little younger, I'm not sure. And they supposed to stop at a point before they hit in their 30s, or as they touch 30, they have to really start finding a husband after living a life of a whore life. And the reason why that, because if you look at back at old days, and time's different now because we live here in America, so people do things a little different here. Most people, if you know some women, they still conduct themselves as whores as up to age 40 to possibly 50 now in this society. It's sad. I tell you, it's very sad. But, most of our people, because we live in this Eurocentric culture, we're not really known of in Rome, you do what the Romans do, or, in other European countries. When they do things, they do it for a period of time. That's why you see non-black women, per se, don't do it for a lifelong career. They stop at a point once they reach their 30s. At least, on average. They still do it even today. They did it back then, centuries ago, and they still hold weight today. And my reason why they potentially will do this is because they got to really start to settle down and be a mother and, find a mate and stop fucking around after a while. Because having it as a lifelong career doesn't suit them well in long term. For a lot of non-black women, especially women of Eurocentric descent, which there are still Europeans today, what they call white people. They know the value of they gotta be settled down, couple up to a provider man. I will not be using terms like they're looking for to get so-called a bag. Men are not bags. As much time as you hear these new terms now, it is still subjected by so-called men. And not just black men, but just men in general. I mean, it's worse enough that the men use labels to call women certain things like the bitches and hoes, which some black females said they don't like, but as you could tell through their behavior, it says otherwise. They actually say otherwise. We were trying to get away from terminologies that objectify us. So I rather you say a man, as they get a certain age, look for a man that's going to provide for them. And so use words like the bag. It's not logic. It's not even intellectually even savvy to even use that word, call a person a bag. It's like when I hear that bag term, it's like, oh, a bag? So I need a bag? Let me get a bag, plastic bag. All right. No, I want to get the bag. I said, well, you can't get this bag. I'm just joking, man. But y'all get the point, man. So, I'm trying to change the terminologies of the wording because a lot of men that get a little more aware don't like these terminologies, Just like, sometimes the women don't like when we use certain terminology on them. We don't want these same terminologies put on the male or the man. So I try to go a different approach when I use certain words to clarify a better scenario of, men and women, especially when in regards to women should be settled down. Instead of saying that, say you look for a man that's a provider. That's more suitable. And it's more professional. Because using these other terms are not going to work. So like I said, most women, non-black women, after they reach age 30, they settle out and try to look for a husband. They want to sit there and live a life, a whore life. Because they live a whore's life, it's not going to be pretty. It's not pretty at all. They're going to get disease infested, and they're going to go crazy mentally. And there are women historically have gone mentally ill over a life of prostitution. I remember one time dealing with one chick, and I had to squeeze it out of her one time of how many partners she had. And she throughout, she had like over 100 partners throughout her lifetime, through teenage age to adult age. And I can see it for her mentality, her behavior. She does get a little schizoid at times. A little, not much. But I can see why she's like that, because she's letting all known males enter and busting all over the place, and and leaves a little residue for her body and goes straight to her brain, so it affects her thinking. Her behavior is a little different, and I can see why through how she acts and conduct herself a little bit. But there's no doubt that with the science that's been proven, and there probably might be more studies now. And let's say if I go further on this and see if I put anything else, a search on it, of anything else that's talking about this. So let's look. All right. Let me go back. And like always, this is an open conversation, so don't be afraid to call in. All right. First, okay. Let's see what I find out here. All right. And as I wait, one thing, I will say this. It's funny that before I started the show, I was tuning in on another brother's I guess podcast on YouTube, and they had that female that's, I guess she's a swirler, who's in the chat room, going back and forth over the Chris Brown situation. And I find it very interesting that a lot of our sisters have been talking about this so-called celebrity for over a week now, more than any other celebrity that proclaims that they don't like black women, especially black women that have the kinky hair, the natural, nappy, woolly hair. And it makes me think now that with this thing with colorism, this is not really a black male's problem. This is a black female's problem. And most times I don't want to say it, but the people that's talking about the most is mostly the sisters. And I remember from one of those same so-called YouTubers, I'm not going to say names, how I'm convinced a lot of these sisters, either they're light, brown, or darker, really idolize and want that so-called light-skinned baby. I never thought of it and think, maybe, they just want, a different look or, something like that. But now that I think about even how they go at it with this so-called celebrity, and mind you, I did not know Chris Brown's mother was a mulatto. I thought his mother was white, but from what I'm hearing now, that she is a mixed breed. So it should not be surprised of another child or a man like him that's come from actual two parents, regardless, one that's come from two different race of parents and one that comes from one full set of a parent. It's going to have that thinking that he's going to sit there, emulate, procreate, and have intercourse with someone that's less of him. And what I mean by lesser of him, he is a red boy, a red-skinned male. What do you expect? Most people that are some light-skinned, they're not going to always flock to say, I want dark-skinned people outside to procreate or whatever. On the average. Now I say on the average. Some of them will mess with somebody darker if they're lighter, per se. But on the average, most people that are, not that dark will emulate someone that mostly represents their mother on the average. So if the mother is mulatto and the son is a black person or quadroon, most likely he's going to emulate and procreate and mess with women that are somewhat closer to a mulatto, somewhat like him or more like his mother. So mother really does play a part in most of these dudes' selection of the mates. But before I go on, let me go into this article. And let me see if this is the right one. Yeah, this doesn't look like the right one. All right, let me go back. As a matter of fact, before I go back, let me see if anybody raised their hand. I guess I got one person. I'll take this call as I look around from the article. Who's this?
Hey, Gary, this is Gigi. How you doing?
How you doing, Gigi?
Why you don't sound happy to hear my voice, man?
I'm Well, I can't. I'm not always going to be happy or sad. I'm just saying hello.
Okay. Well, I was going to say that thank you for doing the show tonight.
Okay.
I think what you were saying about porn worker ladies, you saying by the time they hit 30, they want to find a guy to get married to?
Well, that's not what I was saying earlier. Besides, I got into that, depending on what time you listen to the show. What time you started listening to the show?
Well, I just started listening.
Well, you missed a lot right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it's going to be hard to really go back to what I'm saying.
You don't have to go back. I'm just...
And this is not a summary. I will say this. In other cultures, especially here in America, because we are under what they call, quote-unquote, white supremacy. You hear people say this a lot, constantly, right? Under their culture, you ever heard of the thing they call brothels?
Yeah.
Okay. If you notice, on the average whore or, people that are adult, escorts in that life, they do it for a period of time. And as they get older, they have to, get at a point where they have to start settling down, because it's only supposed to be a temporary profession. You get me? For them. And people could check and say, and how I know? I tell people, you don't see nobody that's over a certain age or what they consider, quote unquote, the wall, still going out there slinging out their coochie to men for a price. So they do it. The more high value they get is in their teenage and 20s. But as they wind down to the 30s, they have to start settling out and find a mate. That's how they operate.
Well,
that's how they operate. No.
Well,
that's how they operate, and they still operate even today. And now, in regards to our people, because we're a little different from everybody else, we have people that's in that field too, per se, but it's much deeper. Some people that, like, it's not even an adult entertainer, will sit there, will still engage in the same behavior. Like, let's say we can use a celebrity example, because we can't speak of anybody else right now. Let's say Vivica Fox, right? They said she's 50-some years old. I didn't know she was that old. She's not at a point in her life where she's trying to find a mate and, settle down, right? But she said that 50 Cent was the love of her life. She did say that, but that was over a decade ago. Well, but she says it regularly. Yeah, I know. I've been hearing about it too, but the point is she did not want, I know, and they said 50 was going to marry her, but she was not ready to make that big move. But now she's at a point in her life because she has, let's say, I'm going to be nice, she has watered with her womb for a good long time. And she's at a point now because... Wait, she did what with her womb? She's flaunting. Flaunting? Oh, no, flaunting. Flaunting. Oh. Because, they said Vivica was very loose, Well, they say that about all people in Hollywood, so I don't know. I mean, that's Hollywood, but I'm using her as an example for the sake of conversation. So now she's at a point like she's want to settle down. But she could have settled down over a decade ago with 50 Cent. And 50 was one of those characters that was going to really put with her crap and go as far as marry her. But she didn't want that. So now what I'm hearing now, she's dating a younger man. I think the man's in his 20s, maybe? I forgot. Around his 20s, maybe? But the point is this. She's only one of either few or many women out there, that's not really, let's say this, not hanging up and trying to respect her womb at a certain point in life, I don't think that's fair. I'm not sure if she has kids. Maybe she don't. I don't think she does. Okay, well, so that means she was living, what's the word? Girl, do what you want. It's your life type of life. That's what she be living. She's one of few black women. You know what I'm saying? And there's probably other women in the entertainment business. But we all know the entertainment business is a monster in itself. So we can't expect a lot of women, maybe from our sisters, maybe to settle down if they can. But, like I said, once you've been living that type of wild life, it doesn't really pan out for a woman down the long run.
Why do you say she's living a wild life?
I'm saying she's living a wild life.
It's not like she's Rihanna. She's, you know, she doesn't have a reputation. Vivica Fox.
What do you mean physical Fox?
Hmm?
What do you mean physical Fox?
Getting around Vivica Fox. That's her name. I mean, she was with 6ix9ine and she was with 50 Cent. And besides those two, I don't know who she's ever been with, unless you do.
Well, remember, you got to understand, Gigi, Vivica Fox is not well known. They don't keep a spotlight on her because she's not that type in Hollywood. She was probably hot at one point, but they started pushed back because she's no longer hot. You get me?
Yeah, but
now
even
Rihanna,
even when she was super hot, I never knew who she was.
No, not hot. She has a reputation as an actress in Hollywood.
Oh.
So when last you heard anything relevant from Vivica for the last 15
Well, she
13?
has a male review, like Chippendale. She has a bunch of young black men dancers that she manages. I haven't seen their show, but I think she had a TV show with them.
But what I mean by relevant, really relevant, that's out there in the spotlight. Like Rihanna, what you throw out, yeah, she's probably well known because she's a what you call music artist. So, you know, they get out more, you know what I'm saying? And they're going to really keep a spotlight because she's a different-looking woman. Now, we could say the reason why Rihanna's more look because she not only has the voice, but she also has the looks.
Yeah, matter of fact, that's a good example. She looks like she could be Vivica Fox's daughter.
Oh, Rihanna?
Something. But I was going to say about the porn, you was talking about porn stars or porn ladies, and then they end up trying to get married in their in their 30s. I would say I always thought that most porn stars were victims of sexual molestation and abuse as children, and that's why they act out in the way that they do, and that's why they got that lifestyle, so to speak.
Also, women that engage in prostitution also were sexual abuse too. Don't forget that too.
Right. So when you say that by the time they hit 30, they're going to start looking for a husband or whatever, I think they probably were always trying to look for a husband. They just didn't know how to do it.
Well, no, not profession, because if any person was looking for a husband, the minute the dude would sit there and say, I want you, I take you, they would have been taken off the market. But like I said, if you're doing it as a profession for money, you're not seeking, to settle down. I'm not using the word marriage, but to settle down.
I don't agree.
You're not seeking.
I think that they do want to settle down, but it's a vicious cycle. The more they become, prostitute themselves, the less respect they get from the people, from the men, and then, excuse me. I mean, I've known guys that, well, never mind, married hookers or allegedly.
Well, like I said, in that profession, on the average, most of them that's doing it for a long period of time, the way how they got into the business, most of them, the only way they're going to really sell that is when the person that's pimping them, gives them an ultimatum. Either you do something different or we kick you out. It's one or the other,
Wait, you're saying
they always have to go through a third person. Remember that, Gigi?
What are you talking about? So you're saying the pimp
in that field, that they say, okay, I'm done, let me go somewhere else. It's not that easy. That too.
Gary, you're saying that the pimp is telling them, that the women, that they have to get out of the prostitute business?
Well, they eventually let them go after they get a certain age. Really? Yeah. Since when you see any of them pimping somebody that's in their mid-late 30s?
You can't really tell how old some of them are.
Well, if it's sisters, depending on how they keep themselves, you can't really tell per se. Black women don't age that much. You know that. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? But other race of women, oh, yeah. You could tell right back they look like. Some of them could be like 5.
You know a lot of prostitutes?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay. Because you come across as an expert, and I just think they're just people who, got, stuck in a bad place.
Well, in regards to their circumstance, the life is life. and eventually after that, they so-called hit what they labeled the wall. All that. Well, let me see who else is calling.
Okie dokie.
Stay online. Who's this?
Hey, what's going on, Gary? Jay and Watson.
How you doing? Hey, what's up, Jay?
All right. Yeah, so you was just, I didn't get the whole show, but I know you ain't going to run it down. But as far as...
I'm not going to do that.
But all right, cool. So according to IMDb, Vivica Fox has starred in or been part of 7 TV shows and movies. And then she's right now doing a project that's is connected through Wow's magazine, and it's on Lifetime. That just happened a few days ago, and she's doing she's producing stuff behind the scenes. She got a couple of businesses, and remember, she's probably got one of the most at least as a black woman, has a hair company. So she provides the hair that all the Asians are own and all that. She's actually one of the owners. So she has her own company. And, I mean, I think this is where we fall into a trap, right? We get caught up on what mainstream TV thinks is mainstream, right? There's a lot of people and now we got corporations that will tell us, oh, this is what's hot or whatever. Really, it's just the advertisement. But I think that a lot of times we, in general, myself, has, over the years, and then, you got to catch yourself where you say, wait a minute, a lot of these people that might be famous and making a lot of money, you don't have to see them on TV, because a lot of it has to do with TV trying to dictate who is famous, who is relevant, who's not. And another thing is that you could pay for relevance as well. So you could be one of those that the TV embraces or feels like they want to keep you on TV or want to promote you. And then you got those that have companies behind them or a product, and they're inserting themselves in the mainstream TV to create the illusion that those people are relevant. So a lot of times, again, we get caught up on who's on TV, who's on the, feed, and, we got to go back and think, well, a lot of that has to do with, who's controlling what, the TV, the media companies, and then if you have money, you can also pay for promotions and advertisement and create the illusion that you are relevant and famous. It happens every day. So, it's just, with Vivica Fox, again, she has a lot of shit going on behind the scenes that we probably don't hear about. And I didn't really get into the whole prostitution thing with the ladies and all that other stuff. It's just, I guess you got different situations for different, scenarios. But I'll just add on to that Epstein, they went into his house today, this morning, last night, to arrest him, and finally, this is, I'm pretty sure, I got to give it to the Attorney General here in New York City that really has something to do with that. I'll leave it right there.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, like I said, I was using Vivica Fox as one of very few or many examples that come to mind. I mean, there are probably maybe others out here. But like I said, the Hollywood scene is very, vast, and Hollywood is a dirty game at the end of the day. And usually the media, who they promote, people gravitate because they control the narrative. Like on us, we have our own outlets, and we try to push back on certain narratives. I think we should push back more on a lot of these narratives. As out here that's pushing false claim or average information, but that's another story. But thank you, OffX. I mean, JNYC. Okay, let me continue. And like always, the call number is 712-770-4160. Access code 915-411#. Let me see what this article is about. If you're a woman, you might have male DNA inside your body. Here's why. And this is insider. When was this posted? Yeah, I could probably read this. Well, let me go back to my board. Let's do this. Let's check. All right. Let's go down the line. All right. Let me read one more article. And I think this might be the last article. And anybody else that wants to share their thoughts and opinions, the line is open. If you're a woman, you might have male DNA inside your body. And here's why. This is not a health article. And this was posted March 28th of last year. Is it true some women end up with male DNA in their bodies? In 2017, a news story went viral after it claimed that women absorb and retain DNA from male sexual partners. If it is true that women can end up with male DNA in their bodies, but there is no evidence to say that sex is the cause, an expert told Insider women most commonly pick up male DNA from pregnancy with a boy, but it can also happen to women without sons. It's possible they pick up male DNA while still in their mother's womb, viva, male twins, and other, which was said on another article I read. But back in the summer of 2017, a website made a shocking claim that women could permanently retain the DNA of male sexual partners. The story went viral, spurring a string of panic-stoking copycat posts across the internet. The article all referenced a new study that found evidence of male DNA inside the brain of women up to 94 years old, and the study published in 2012 wasn't new, but it was real, leading to ideas, at least an air of legitimacy. The various articles all come to the same conclusion. The wayward sperm must be at least one reason for the presence of male DNA in the woman's bodies. When sperm enters a woman, it swims until it hits a wall and then sweeps into your flesh. One post claims it then enters your bloodstream and collects in your brain and spine. You can never get rid of it. The only problem is that this claim isn't true. Insiders spoke to biologist Dr. J. Lee Nelson, a member of the Clinical Research Division at Fred Hitchin Cancer Research Center, and one another in 2012 studies to find out why. Here's what you need to know. It is possible for women to have male DNA in their bodies, and it's often because of pregnancy. And there's a picture of it. The basic idea here is that you can have another person's DNA inside your body. It is not BS. It's known as chimerism. It can happen in a few different situations. Like in the people who get bone marrow transplant, the term comes from chimera, a mythology, fire-breathing creature with traits of a lion, goat, and dragon. In that 2012 study, Nelson and fellow research were looking for what's called male microchimerism. When women harbor small amounts of male DNA, they test tissues from the brain of 59 deceased women, searching for Y chromosomes, which are only present in males. They found that roughly 60% of the brain contains the male DNA. How did it get there? The most likely explanation is pregnancy. In the 1990s, scientists first discovered that during pregnancy is women and a fetus can trade a small number of cells. In some cases, these swiped cells can be detected decades later in both mother and offspring. Nelson, who recognized as a microchimerism expert, explains the most common source of male DNA in adult women is from prior pregnancies with a male child, she told Insiders. There's no science to say that this DNA comes from sexual partners. That viral news story also notes that women who don't have sons can have male DNAs in their bodies. That's true, too, but in 2005, Nelson and another team of research tested the blood of 120 women without son. They found male microchimerism in 21% of them. But there is no actual science to prove that this DNA comes from having sex. Any suggestion that male DNA is rootly retained from sexual partners have no support from any scientific study. Nelson said from some study have mentioned the possibility in passing, but at this point it's pure speculation that never been put to the test. She added that a far cry from some outlet confidently claimed that women observe DNA from every man they have sex with. As one headline wrote, besides the ideal that sperm can burrow inside you and hang out for decades doesn't jabble with the fact that sperm dies after about 5 days inside the reproductive tract. And if sex was really a cause of male microchimerism, Nelson and her teams would have probably detected a male DNA in more of the women they test in 2005. To me, the biggest statement is the data. She said if this were routinely happening, I mean, you would see it in the vast majority of adult women without sons. That's we study. Most important, there are a handful of more plausible and actual studies reason that women without sons can harbor male cells. Okay. Nelson said that male DNA can occur in women who have pregnancy loss or an unrecognized pregnancy. Previous research showed that some miscarriage happen very early, before women even realize they're pregnant. And some women pick up male DNA while they're sharing their mother's womb with a male twin. Another possibility to acquire it from an older male sibling. Nelson said, though she added that this particular pathway hasn't been formally shown in studies yet. Your mom continues to harbor cells from the pregnancy with your older brother at a very low level. And so occasionally you might be able to acquire a cell from an older brother via your mother. I think most of us in the field believe that probably occurs, but not very commonly. These days, Nelson's lab is investigating ways this DNA mixing could actually benefit health. One exciting theory is that fetal cells might help mother's body detect and destroy cancer more quickly. But for now, the bottom line is clear, that viral scare stories about retaining sexual partners' DNA make sweeping claims that just aren't supported by research. And I think that's the end of this article. All right. Interesting. All right. So let's go back. And I think that concludes all of these little articles so far. I think I said enough. Let me go to the chat and see what people are talking about. Oh, damn. The chat's alive today. Yeah. You know, Monica, I could say right now, girl, out of Dagger Squad, you'd be on Talk Road Solutions heavy. This is one of your favorite shows, I could tell. I don't blame you. All right, let's go down. MJ. Okay, I see eyes. The neutral. Oh, look at this. We have the neutral zone. We have Renaissance woman on here. Ain't this something? Renaissance, why don't you call into the show? I know you're on YouTube now, but You're not no stranger to Talk Real Solutions. This is how you got your start, Ren. Don't play, girl. Call into the show. Matter of fact, let me type in this number show right now, man. All right. So go down the list. And Monica, this is not negative information on women. This is just regular information that really truly that doesn't be talked about. You know the saying, girl. You're a Southern girl. You should know this better than I. You know your grandma taught you well, Monica. Oh, Chris Brown. I already talked about Chris Brown. There's Margaret Hendricks. She says something about issues. Everybody should wait until they are ready. Okay. Right? What's wrong with that? If you're single. Yeah. Is you serious? Yeah. Wow. Every looks at talking about women. Margaret. Okay. Every time he hosts is all about women. Okay. This Margaret. Margaret has a problem when I'm talking about women. And I'm sure if that's a female that's calling it in. Or that's her name, who knows. Yeep, obviously, he acts like he does, okay. You would think he would want to talk about good women. There's no such thing as a bad or good women, Monica. Obviously, he likes ratch women. Women's women. Okay, he sometimes invites other men on the panel to help him speak on women. He has tremble and laugh out loud, okay. Half from mom, half from dad. Yep. Put that article in the chat so we can fact the source. Material, parental DNA, throughout. So now you read the entire article. Yeah, I read the article. You can't read. Okay. Fired. Okay. I'm on a few shows. Okay. The number's here. You read that chat late. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I read the chat late because I'm focusing on the show, Monica. I don't sit there just read on the chat and focus on it. You know, most people operate. So I'm going to leave the chat around a little bit. Let me see if anybody else is raising their hand on here. I think somebody. I think there's somebody. I don't know who this is. Who's this? I don't like how this thing operates.
Yeah, what's going on, yo? What's up, man? I'm just tuning into your show, man.
Oh, what's up, Bex? Yeah, but I'm open up now.
Chaos on Sunday nights.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just tuning in, man. Getting in, man, and check you out because I know it'd be crazy and shit on Sunday nights. Crazy, you're crazy ass, but it's good, man.
What's going on right now on Sunday? I'm not aware.
But no, but I'm gonna talk about this topic. I'm not gonna, disrupt the show.
Okay.
But I just heard something. I do want to get your opinion. But let me talk about the topic. I don't know. I mean, the human body is still need to be studied with DNA and stuff. But basically, what I'm hearing, the conclusion that I may get, if a girl gets gangbanged by half a dozen men, and she get all that sperm in her, it may help her. Far as diseases going down the line, because according to what you're saying she's going to be immune. She's going to be immune to a lot of things. Hold up, bro.
Yeah, be careful. We have women in the chat room. You can't say that.
No. I'm not saying. No. Hold up. I'm not saying that, bro. I'm just going over what you're saying. Okay. Is that she may have found, she may have a stun DNA still in her, and that comes from the Y chromosome. All the. I was talking to a brother today. No, was it? Yeah, yesterday.
You know,
and he was talking about
Y chromosome is a degenerate chromosome, right? You hear talking.
No, it's not degenerate because without a woman you can't have a man. It's paradox. You can't have one without the other. And people go into, and I know about mitochondrial DNA that comes from the woman, and every living thing, even an ant, human beings have mitochondrial DNA. in all of your blood cells, but you cannot take away from the Y chromosome. And I mean, people get these debates: who came first, woman? I don't get into that. The bottom line is that we need each other. But let me say something though. Yeah, I guess what you're saying is if she gets gangbanged and she gets all these sperm in her, you know, she's going to be immune to stuff. And I was talking to a brother, and he was like, don't you know when you kiss a woman, when you do this, her DNA comes inside of you? And I was like, you know, I mean, you know, a lot of pussy juice. So I guess you have to say with good wet, you know, if you ever had that wet, I mean, that real wet.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the pussy juice, you know, goes inside of you, and whoever you sleep down with, or whoever you have sex with, I guess you take a part of them. I don't believe in that. I mean, some people say, you know, you take a person's soul and a person's living inside of you and all that, you know, metaphysical type shit. I don't know. But this is what I want to ask you, man, because since you're talking about women and, you know, they should stay in that type of place, what do you think about Nicki Minaj performing over in Saudi Arabia? Saudi Arabia.
Has she performed?
Well, I don't know if she's going to perform, if she's scheduled to perform. And my thing is, I keep telling people, I don't care what you are. I don't care if you're an atheist, agnostic, Pentecostal, Catholic, Muslim. I don't care. Everybody is going to fall short of their religion. You're going to contradict yourself. And what these men are asking her to perform over in Saudi Arabia, where women have to clothe their whole bodies, they have to cover themselves on a daily basis, going to actually have Nicki Minaj perform half naked? Now I'm thinking to myself,
what? That's what they want her to do?
Hold up. She's performing. She's not going to be in there all clothed up. You see what I'm saying? She's not going to. She's going to be herself. She's going to shake her ass. She's going to shake her rump. And I'm telling you, listen, man, you got them billionaires over there, you know, the Muslim men. And listen, I guess God has blessed them with the proper land to live in. $1 trillion. I mean, you have trillionaires over there, okay?
Yeah,
you have trillionaires over in Saudi Arabia. And I guarantee you that one of those prince, you know, they're going to try to fuck Nicki Minaj. I guarantee you one of them said, I want her over here just to try to fuck her. And I don't know if she's going to fuck him or not or what have you. If she does, that's her business. I would not get mad. But for them to break their religion and have someone like that perform in their country where they beat women in public, you talking about a women? I mean, I'm sorry, you talking about women over there who wants to get a divorce? They'll stone them to death. If they're caught with multiple men or multiple husbands in their past, they get stoned to death. But they're going to actually have Nicki Minaj perform half naked on the stage. This shows that the hypocrisy when it comes to this male and female type of shit. Male can go around, he can go and fuck everybody like a motherfucking dog. Woman does it, she's a bitch. She's a hoe, she's a tramp, she's a slut. So basically what I'm saying, and if she performs, I kind of hope she performs over there. And maybe that'll ease some tension when it comes to some of those women over there. But it amazes me that the religious, I guess, you know, I would say the religious faculty over there, or you know, the prince, because you got to realize Saudi Arabia, their government is ran by their religion. It's not like Iran. Iran has elections, but then they have an ayatollah. So you have a political leader and then you have a religious leader. Saudi Arabia, you only have religious leaders. You only have, you know, the leaders are similar to the how pharaohs went down. My son will take over the leadership after I'm gone. And then they want to go through the bloodline of Muhammad. But it's gonna be something, man. They're very religious, but yeah, one of them gonna try to fuck her, or somebody say, you know, invite her over here to see if I can try to get her, and there's no problem with that. But that's all I gotta say. But yeah, so what you think about that, man? What you think about that?
Well, as you know, the Saudis, you know what I'm saying, they're getting that Arab money, you know what I'm saying, from the foreign aid from the United States and, you know, other sources. But that's how they roll, man. You know, if they want Nicki Minaj to bust wide open for a real Muslim, they're going to do it. And I see Monica post something in the chat while you were talking. Say, yep, naked. That's how she dressed, Gary. Come on now. Big dollars. My thing. You know?
Yeah.
But, you know, like I said, but think about it. One thing is well known, all facts. We are very much an attraction here in this soil we call America. And we have certain entertainers that are very well known, especially if you're a female. Oh, yeah, them Saudi dudes will want to sit there and fuck her. You know what I'm saying?
I know that.
And Mike, she's going to do it. Why not?
Right.
Rihanna's down right there right now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know if she's going to do it, but I guarantee you one motherfucker.
And you see the money they got? My dude, you once in the military before, right? You were once in the military before, right?
Yeah.
Now, come on. All facts. You used to station in their land one time, haven't you, right? So you served. Am I right?
Yeah, you can say that.
So you know these people got
I'm telling you, yo.
I mean, unless you could tell me certain things that you can't tell me on
You're
the air.
right. Because but let me just say that I went to on Thanksgiving, like it was a Thanksgiving, and they invited us to have dinner with some of these families over there, man. And I actually got a chance to go into one of their towns and shit, not like in the desert. Man, they had houses, Mercedes-Benz in every parking lot, 2 or 3 Mercedes-Benzes in every goddamn garage, right near their houses. They big time over there. They big time. And these Kuwaitis, they not even Saudi Arabia. These Kuwaitis, and they got money. You see what I'm saying? And, yeah, they got it over there, yo. They got that shit, man. They got like $4 trillion in the bank over there, but, yeah, man. So somebody gonna try their hand. I mean, it's just a manly thing. I mean, that's just a man thing. They gonna try their hand, and she like a man with all them dollars anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
man.
they gonna pay her a whole lot of motherfucking money. Now, it's probably be a private. You know, I don't think it's gonna be for the ordinary people. It's gonna be for the religious, the well off people. And another thing, you got Dubai over there, so they want more tourists to come over there. You know, people are scared to go over there to get kidnapped. I wouldn't mind going to Dubai. That motherfucking hotel and all that type of shit, I wouldn't mind going over there, but you got to realize that I wouldn't wear nothing American. So they're trying to open up. And then I'm going to fall back after this, man. You got to realize, you keep on saying America. Listen, America has to have an ally when Iran is their America's enemy. So I'm just saying, if Iran doesn't like Saudi Arabia and it doesn't like Israel and they don't like American, you know, America is going to have Israel and Saudi Arabia as their allies. It's war games, bro. But yeah, I just want to let you know that you can't, you know, I just want to say, man, going to your top of the night, you gotta watch out for that pussy juice too, yo. Because they can affect you too.
No doubt. You know,
some cells too. There's some good cells.
Well, it'd be sweet. You know, it'd be sweet though. You know, I can't. You know.
All right. I fall back, man. I fall back, yo.
All right, thanks, Outback. Good info, like that. See, I learned something. You know what I mean? And you know, funny, I don't really talk about these other things like Nicki Minaj. We all know Nicki Minaj will bust it wide open. You know, she's been shooting her shot. These so-called black entertainers. I think one time she shot her shot at who's the last artist? I forgot. You remember Outback? I don't know if you saw online, but there was something that was on YouTube. But she was shooting her shot on a lot of these artists, you know. And the reason why she's doing it because, you know, she's trying to secure something, you know. Well, she's a woman, so, you know, she's going to want her means, and, you know,
No. What I was saying, what I was saying, people was criticizing her for helping her brother out. Come on, man, how can you keep criticizing helping her brother out, man? And see, that's why a lot of people. That's why these big stars, man. I'm gonna say something. Women ain't gonna like this shit. Mm-hmm. When you marry somebody, you marry their family, and a lot of people don't be want to marry some people, man, because they don't want to deal with their family. If I'm married to a woman and I got multi-millions of dollars, her brother get in trouble. You know what I mean? She gonna help her brother out. My wife gonna help her brother out. We gonna bail him out. That don't mean I agree with what he did. He might get caught for raping or molesting somebody. Honey, my brother need to get bailed out. That's my wife's brother. I do it one time. I ain't gonna do it over and over again. Come on, man. Well, I got it like that. I got it like that. So for anybody to criticize her, right? But I'm saying, but I help a family member out one time in that situation. If I got it, I help everybody. You know what I'm saying? This your one. You need $100,000 to get out. All right, you know what I mean? Boom, here $100,000. Go on about your business. That's all I can do is help you get out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Or do you want to take that $100,000 to get a lawyer? It's gonna be either or. But man, that's why a lot of these guys be wearing white women because they don't want to deal with the black woman's family. Now, some people gonna say, I ain't gonna say all. Yeah. But that's how the people's minds is. You gotta deal with her family. You know what I'm saying? Some of these rich guys say, I'd rather deal with a white person's family than a black people's family because we got a lot of trials and tribulations and shit in our family. Or she's going to have to be well off. She's going to have to be getting her shit straight. I don't fucking know. Look what Steve Harvey going through with his motherfucking his wife. They bringing up her old shit. They criticizing him for blase this, and then he's going to come out. So it is what it is, but I'm not that, too good to not help nobody out. So they need to leave her alone about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Of course she's going to help her brother out, whether he's guilty or not, But, yeah, man.
But I would like to say, I know Gigi called earlier, and she did say something about these other celebrities from the Vivica Fox and stuff. Do you catch that little brief conversation?
No, what happened? No,
Okay. Well, it probably wasn't important, but, I think one thing with certain celebrities that are not really out there on spotlight but doing things behind the scenes, in regards to, their behaviors. I use that as an example that, in regards, a woman, they could do what they want. They could sleep with as many men they want and all stuff, and then they might be, once they get to a certain age, and they want to settle down, depending on how old they are, and what they want, it's like you got a lot of baggage, and it does show through your behavior, I think
we all got baggage, right, but we all got baggage. See, I'm not going to see with this topic with that DNA. I'm not going to be worrying about how many women she slept before me because I will never find out.
Yeah.
If she asked me, how many women you believe? How many women you been with in your lifetime? Oh, fact, just tell me how many. 5. Stop lying. 500. Boy, you ain't been with no. Come on. Yeah, you never find out. You see what I'm saying? And I just think that is, and I want to say this, man. I talked to a 72-year-old man the other day, yo. I told y'all, man. Them old black guys be schooling me and shit, yo. I be listening, yo. They be dropping jewels. This man said, yo, he done had sex with women 69, 75. His highest was 83. He said that 83-year-old woman gave him like $25 after he hit. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. He said, man, we still be getting that thing down. Well, why am I saying this? Yo, you keep on talking about women got these older women, they be got that baggage, which, man, they still get down, yo. See, you young. You don't think that. And listen, even when he was telling me that, it like blew my mind. He was like, man, look at these citizens' homes. They had some VD outbreak in a senior citizen home. Why? Because they be getting down, yo. These old people be getting down. So what I'm trying to tell you is, man, as long as you still living, people be talking about your back. That's all jokes, man. You still gonna get it. Because I'm telling you whether she had sex with, whether she was a porno star, and now she's keeping everything secret from you, you gonna still say, yo, that pussy good as shit. As long as that shit still can get wet, yo, you gonna love it. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. So, like a man dick, as long as you don't got no bumps or no scars on that shit, as long as that shit still get hard, it's still good, yo. It's still good, yo. All this shit is they people psychoanalyzing shit, man. Mm-hmm. And people still get down. So
it's interesting in regards to when school talk about, it's funny how somebody would sit on a table in a dinner when they're dating a woman or wherever they're courting, right? And they come out bust to ask that question. And me, when I look at women, and we all know, and if we understand people's nature, especially the females, say, why waste time to ask that question? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, but I understand why dudes logically ask that, and someone will go as far as say, what's your test? I mean, it's good to ask, but to ask about body count and all that. If you're going to go out the way, then you might as well even waste time date the woman. And that's going to come to your mind, especially if she look good. I mean, this is pointless at this point. Yeah?
Exactly. See, if I deal with somebody 35, between the ages of 35 and 55, I already know she has that. Only thing I don't like, don't talk to me about the other dude. You can say, I don't even want to get down, because one thing about women, they will sit down and they will talk to you about a fucking old-ass relationship. Do not do that. I don't want to go through that shit. I mean, okay, all right, if he abused you, he abused you. Let's just have that one conversation and let's just move on. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get too graphic. I ain't going to get too much in that shit. Let's just, look, I'm here with you now. You here with me now. Let's move the fuck on. And I understand what you're talking about. Like, I heard a guy on here. He said the reason why I'm not with black women is because these black men has fucked up these black women, and that's why I'm not in a relationship. I mean, you see what I'm saying? And he's blaming other black men for him not getting a black woman, which is crazy as shit. I will never blame another man for me not being in a relationship. I won't. This won't be doing it. Even if the man is cheating, trying to take my girl away from me. Look, yo, she wanted you go ahead about your business. I ain't going to blame you, man. You do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Long as you ain't harassing her, you know what I mean, stalking her, I can't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? So, basically what I'm saying, man, a lot of people think a lot of these men, like I said, what you are, will ejaculate in the woman and takes on this man's soul, and the man, fuck her head up, man. Some more other shit by that, man. You got physical violence. You got physical violence. You got cheating, more than fucking DNA. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of women be getting hurt like a motherfucker. I couldn't imagine being a woman and a nigga cheat on me, and then all this time this man been putting his dick up in me all this fucking time, and he been fucking this other bitch. And I just find out. Just like a man. I can't believe, oh my God. You mean tell me you
for a while, and before she got to me,
you been dealing with this other dude? That shit, that shit fucking run her head up, yo. Fuck somebody else. Somebody get hurt over that shit.
Yeah, man. That fucking nigga's head up. Said, you did what? What? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And raw and uncut, Monica said. And let me see what Monica's laughing. Yeah, Monica, call into the show, girl. I know you want to, girl. Don't really matter because it will play on your mind. Right? Nobody wants to hear about past relationships. I don't even want to talk about that either. Raw and uncut. And she said, never understood why folks ask these questions. Yeah. And Monica's a good sport. She's very much quiet in the chat room, That's where she wants to stay right there. Talk her stuff.
So you ain't bring none of your guests. So you ain't bring none. So you solo tonight. You ain't bring none of your crazy ass guests on tonight.
No, I probably, if I had somebody, y'all would know most likely. But
Yeah, we would know. Yeah, you would. But you be bringing them over there, yo.
Listen, usually there was something planned, but nothing was hit back up. So I was gonna say not do nothing tonight, but I remember an article that I came across, and fuck it, let me talk about this tonight, and get over it.
So, but let me ask you something, girl. I mean, a real quick interview with you. What type of women are you looking for, though? If you're not already in a relationship, seriously, what type of women are you really looking for? A virgin? Are you looking for a virgin?
I'm looking for a woman that's compliant, pretty good looking, and
compliant. What does that mean? Compliant with what?
Under my little program, but I got.
Oh, okay. All right then. I'm gonna fall back, y'all.
But I know. But really, me, I'm looking for a decent chick. You know what I'm saying? That that's willing to rock what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying, support. You know what I'm saying, and she does her thing. And give all the other necessities. Not too complicated.
All right, then.
Let me take this first call. Who's this? I hope you're in line. I could barely hear you. Who's this?
You know it was me. Quit playing games.
All right, speak up now, Mo. You sound soft. I know you're calling from a wireless cell phone. I'm not sure if it's a landline or a cell phone you call me. Your phone needs to upgrade. You gotta get an iPhone, baby. You can't use Android.
Excuse you, I have the latest iPhone. You better quit playing games.
You got the iPhone, girl, for real?
Yeah.
The one that you can sit there and do a hologram?
Yeah,
okay.
I've always had an iPhone. What are you talking about?
So never one time you used Android?
Nope.
You don't like Android? What's your problem with Android? Android is good, huh?
I don't have an issue with Android. You're just talking about my phone and telling me I need an upgrade.
Okay, well, you got the latest. You're working woman.
You a working woman. I'm retired, sweetie.
Okay, go ahead. No, I missed what you said. I messed with you. I missed what you said. Say it again. I missed what you just said. What you said?
What do you want me to say again? I said.
No, never mind. You were saying so fast. Never mind. So what's up? What's on your mind, Monica Lamb from the Dagger?
You told me. And my name is Monica. All
right, Monica. Yeah,
I called in. Well, you told me to call in. I was.
Oh yeah. I just told you to call. All right. No, because you were talking so nicely in the chat room with your nice laughing emojis and all that, and you're having a good time, and you liking the conversation to this point. So
I was laughing at you because I'm getting a kick out of how you talk about women.
You find this very toxic, don't you? This is such, like, women hate, like, this passion. It's like, oh, how could you, Chaos? How can you talk to women like that? Don't your mother come out your mother's womb? Don't you love your mother? I said, yes, I do. I love her dearly.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, good.
You act like you're in a comic book or something.
Well, this isn't no comic. This is media. This is what we call the talk real. And we come to solutions depending on the subject, which I might give at the end of the day.
Sounds like fantasy to me.
No, man, it sounds like reality. I know you don't want to hear that.
About...
You know, funny thing, Mo. Yeah. I know this tickles and bothers enough females on here, even talking about this, because no woman don't want to hear about it. Say what? I hold DNAs from previous partners. Stop lying. I don't do that. I'm not loose like that. And if I was, so what? I want to live it out. I'm doing me, boy. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm thinking, And there's nothing wrong with that. I say, do you. Be happy. You know what I'm saying? Live it out. But it's a little general information. So if it hits the soul, if it hits heart, if it's hard, I apologize. I have to just give out the information. Now, how people take it, that's up to you. You get me?
But at the end of your article, it says that there's no validity to it. So how can you just put it out like
Oh,
that?
there is validity. There is validity, unfortunately. And I did talk about this a year ago, before it even come across this article. You know? And I came across, I heard about this from, I believe it was a woman, a year ago, maybe almost 2 years. And I remember people called in and were questioning me on that, mentioning that. And I gave my own statement, but I came across this information just recently, a few days ago. So I decided to say I was going to put it to the side, say I might talk on it, maybe future show. But I was going to have somebody on, but I said, screw it, I'll just talk about it and then let people get their take on it.
Someone already said it, but it seems to me if that is some legitimacy to women, it's the same to men. And someone already said, about the good and the gushy. I mean, I'm just saying, it affects you as well.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Stay on line for a second, Monica. Let me see who this is. Who's this?
Yeah, man, you close the lines, man.
No, because I didn't want nobody interfering when I was going for the next article. You can say that, Jay. All right, you continue.
You got Gigi
Monica.
there?
Yeah.
No, it's Mo, the expert, the contract expert. You know, when you need some contract, you know what I'm saying? We contact Mo because she has the juice. You know what I'm saying? She got that.
You was mentioning this stuff about women having testosterone or male something, right? That's what you was reading about? Am I correct?
No.
No, he was saying that the article said that women get DNA from men when she has multiple partners and it goes to her brain. And then it can cause mental illness. But the article also says at the end there's no validity to it because it was just speculation.
Monica, why you sound so low? You can hear him, Jay?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I heard it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can barely hear. Well, I mean, he said he could hear you, so okay.
Yeah.
It was weird to hear. Okay.
Yeah, but sperm also dies too.
Right.
Sperm also dies. I mean, women has fluor. Well, no, even when it gets into the woman's vagina.
Right.
Well, right, their system they have acid. Well, I know it's a mucus. I know it's like a mucus near the fallopian tube somewhere, and y'all women can correct me, but if she's not ready to get pregnant, the sperm can't even go through that mucus. Once the mucus goes down, then the sperm can travel. But even before that, a lot of those sperm cells die.
Right.
A lot of those sperm cells die off. Right, but this is just a natural chemical thing. Those sperm cells don't keep on living inside of a body. It's just a natural thing. That's what I've always was told. Now maybe they found some new scientific information, but I don't believe that should be going to their brain. I think it's just a way to, keep, women from not, getting their clits rubbed by multiple men. That's why over those countries they cut, and especially like in Saudi Arabia when Nicki Minaj is going to be performing, they cut the clitoris off of the women so they won't get aroused. You know what I'm saying? Even married women, they cut them off so they won't get aroused.
Yeah, they
start, getting over other men. But I'm sorry, I fall back. How you doing?
They also got a vagina lock. So
right, vagina lock. That shit crazy, yo.
Monica, I'm not playing. I'm serious. Like it sounds funny, but they got these different devices for women. There's stuff for rape, for protecting a woman from rape. There's also this thing that they have like a underwear that you can't, with a lock. I mean, they got a couple of different devices. They got devices out there that actually, I mean, is it 100%? I don't know. I'm just saying these things are out there though.
But it's funny. They have this rape protection underwear. It makes one so they carry the key around their pocket or their purse because they got to go use the bathroom one time. And if the person's going to attempt a rape and they see you at a position and they say, "Oh, you lock yourself," and they're going to look for the bag while they. It's like I don't know how that works. I say, man, they have a
Well, most women want to be in a long-term relationship, y'all. Most women, the average woman, wants to be in a long-term relationship, and she doesn't want to even be perceived like she's loose or she's fast, something like that. She don't want to be perceived like that. I'm talking about the average. A lot of times we on social media, we talk about the extreme. I mean, the non-average people. And say, oh, man, look at them. But no, the average woman, man, she want to settle down. She don't want no games, yo.
Yeah,
and I'm just talking about
Vivica Fox. Vivica Fox is not, you know, your typical woman, number one. And Vivica Fox is just an independent woman that just happens to be single or maybe don't want to get married because she didn't find the one. But, I mean, like you said, it's not all women that's like that either, you know. And I don't think she's so promiscuous like everybody's saying. You know, it just so happens she's in the limelight. She's a single woman at her age, and anything that she does, her being in you know, show business or in the limelight, they're gonna want to be critical of it or ask questions.
Right, and there's nothing wrong with her just wanting to fuck.
Right.
You know, if a woman just want to I just want to fuck, and you just gotta move on. You can't say, oh, she did me wrong. Yo, that's the way she is in her life. That's the one thing you can just ask for is honesty. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't like that shit. I just want to, you know, shit.
Wow. That's my first time seeing anti-rape underclothes. But y'all educated me?
What?
Yeah, that's how them religious people are.
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now.
Yeah, they got a bunch, and they got the ones that's not for cheating. Not for cheating, for the cheating ones too. You know, not to cheat, cheat prevention devices and shit.
For women, right?
For women and men.
And that's over in Saudi Arabia, and then they got Nicki Minaj coming over there getting all the men hard. Come on, y'all. She gonna be sick.
Because for the men, she's outside of their women, so it doesn't really matter to them. Right. Their women, you ain't doing that.
In those countries, I tell you, there's a lot of prostitution out there. As much as these, I hate to say it, but these sheikhs and all that, they're full of shit. They contradict, and I'm not going to say all, but you have people that are in high powers, position of religion, and they doing dirty shit.
They doing that stuff.
Or not even dirty shit. Let's just say certain things that people consider dirty, and some are doing dirty shit that nobody would approve of, or most people won't. But then you have those that claim that, you know, women should wear their burqas and all that, but they love seeing a woman in a G-string, you know, or they say they're married to one and then they sleeping with prostitutes, but yet they cast them and say, oh, well, prostitutes are dirty and these women shouldn't be do that. Women are lower, but they paying for pussy too. So, I mean, it's just contradictions. And I guess we all contradict ourselves in one way or another, but I'm just saying, you know, these people.
Right, but you're supposed to minimize that shit, though. Right. You know what I'm saying? Not on serious shit. You don't supposed to. You're supposed to minimize contradiction. We all have it.
Or correct.
You're supposed to minimize. Yeah, correct. Right.
If I see something wrong, and I gotta be realistic and be honest with myself. If I'm talking about this, let me just follow through or try to be a better human being and follow what I'm saying that I'm against. But yet I'm gonna be partaking or participating in something that I'm telling and beating everybody to. Oh no, and punishing others. Come on now, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Exactly what's gonna go on, man. And you got Saudi Arabia, like a religious state like that. It is what it is, yo. I mean, like I said, man, somebody gonna want to try to get it. Somebody looked at her and said, "I want her." That's what the rich do.
Foundation asked her to cancel it.
Well, I don't think she's going to cancel it. Because, I mean, they probably paying her a lot of money. Right, and one of them prince, right, high place, they got to be high. You already know that, Jay.
A lot of money that she probably
you already know.
Try to have sex with her. Guaranteed.
Yep.
When I saw that headline, the first thing came to my mind. I said, one of them motherfuckers, religious motherfuckers over there want to fuck her. That's the first thing. I ain't going to lie to y'all.
Probably a young one.
Yeah, probably one of them young, you know what I mean? little modern type of prince. He say, yo, just right over here. You know what I mean? I'm trying to tell you. And she probably gonna take it and you know what I mean? She probably make a video out of that and just, you know, blow it out, you know what I mean? Yeah, I got, you know, the A-Rads want me. I got niggas with oil money, billionaires trying to get that, you know what I'm saying? She can blow that. But no, they inviting her. What I'm saying is if she makes that appearance, 2 years and now, she gonna go on a rap song bragging about that. I got billionaires. I got oil Kati, whatever, Kati, whatever, how y'all ever pronounce that word. Yeah, want me. You know what I'm saying? You already know how they gonna sling that rap. You know what I'm saying? Come on, y'all. She be the first one over there like that.
You better with her.
You know what I mean?
Yo, I got say something. I'm noticing since, and I don't like to talk about this thing, a lot of people going crazy over this Little Mermaid movie, and for some reason, I'm on social media, I'm seeing people with memes of a switch between black and white. From the Cosby Show, white people as the Cosbys. What is going on here, man? People have an issue with these replays putting black people on.
You saying a white Cosby Show they're gonna make?
No, it's like a meme. Like, you know, it's like a little creative.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know, it's like a schizo. Like a funny thing.
Right.
Because people, they said a lot of people that are European, so-called males, females, are losing their minds over this new installment, The Little Mermaid. They're making a sister become Little Mermaid. And I'm looking at it and say, you know, that's an old-ass cartoon. That they're trying, you know, make money off old shit. There's nothing really innovating right now in Disney.
Everything always recycled.
Yeah, nothing really innovated. So I don't know why people getting so crazy over it.
Like they say, there's nothing new under the sun, right? That's the whole saying. And, I mean, I think that also they got to open their mind. Hollywood, this is a thing about Hollywood. Hollywood open up the doors. And not to say that they haven't give opportunities, but they limit. Open up the doors. Let the creativity come in there. But because they want to claim, certain people want to claim that they wrote it, want to claim all the royalties, want to claim everything, don't want to give other people a chance and give them their credit where it's due. So that's why you see them remaking. A lot of it got to do with arrogance. A lot of it got to do with insecurity. It's also about control. You know what I'm saying? All those elements that doesn't let somebody else come in, you know, a particular person of color to come in and bring something new to the table that might be so creative, you know, that it'll blow their mind. So I think to a certain degree, and I'm not saying it's all, but it's a limitation, you know, so this is what you have. You see all these movies being remade again over and over because they're not letting creativity take its course. And again, a lot of it got to do with the arrogance, insecurity, and control of money. Me. I want to be the one. No, if this guy got a better idea than me, I'm not going to let it come through, or it got to go under me, or you got to give up the rights of, you know, you made it and created it, and I'm going to fund it. That's the type of shit that's going on, reality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because Halle Berry as Ariel. That's what
Halle Berry?
Uh-huh. They want her to play the role.
Yeah, yo, she got that guy. Yeah, they got her playing that damn role, and she won that Oscar. We gonna give you that, shorty.
Oh, well, she slept with the white guy?
Get your so-called little tail ran back.
Yeah, that shit hurt.
Billy Bob Thornton. Billy Bob.
But that's who they want to play the mermaid.
Oh, they want her to play. Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's a good thing, but I don't know. I mean, I guess you can go back on that, Gary. What's the big thing then? Isn't it good that they're talking about this movie because Halle Berry might be the one playing the star?
But I thought it's usually anime. It's like a real life, or what is it?
Oh, she'll be the voice?
Oh, it doesn't really matter, to be honest with you.
Well, there's a lot of remakes out. You got Bad Boys 3. You got Coming to America.
Next year.
Yeah, Bad Boys 3. You got Coming to America coming out.
They are mad.
Yeah, but those are continuations, right? So
right.
I mean,
yeah, you're right. That's continuation.
That's like half and half, if you want to say. It's like, all right, we're gonna continue this. It must have did so well. I mean, it took a long time for them to do it. But I'm talking about when they completely remake the movie all over again. It's just like, come on, man.
I got what you're saying.
Shaft, they doing Shaft, but Shaft a continuation? Is it the new? I mean, because I seen a preview.
Did that
like
Shaft
that
movie
Superfly shit, right? And that Superfly was pure trash. They tried to do Superfly. It was pure trash, yo, trash.
Yeah,
trash.
I'm not sure who had the idea to make a Superfly. See, Superfly was well back in the early 70s, but to remake it in this time of era, that was a bad move. I mean, I expect that jump to flop.
Back real quick, back to the Little Mermaid thingy. These people are upset about Halle Berry playing that role. They are upset. They talk about that's not their Little Mermaid. That they want the real actor that looked like the mermaid that they had in the very beginning, which is of course a white girl. Yeah,
a white cartoon.
But guys, you gotta understand. Listen good.
A white cartoon.
With them, I don't blame them, and the reason why because they really want to uphold this so-called image. To put a black female as a mermaid, they know what it does to the psyche, their image. They're very much serious about the image of their people. And if they say anything that they don't like, they should be the ones to be up for it. I should be a lot of females hitting Twitter and say, oh, how the hell they could do this? Because it's, what's the word? The hypocrites.
They want to make that money like Black Panther. Cool plan.
Yeah, they're going to make that. They're going to make some money. I mean, black people still going to spend the money on that nonsense, but, it is what it is. They're going to make their money. I don't know how much money they're going to make, but they're going to make the money. But one thing I would say with the Little Mermaid, and I don't really waste time talking about it, but I'm just going to talk about it now. They don't know how it's going to play out. A lot of people said the image is black female, but they're not understanding the inner parts of who's the other characters. So to sit there talk about it now at that stage is kind of stupid. They should wait until the movie actually shows a trailer, and then eventually watch to give a better take on it. Well, because they put it out now. It's just they did it for buzz. Just to draw attention. They know that white people are going to get mad at it. Just like how they got mad at the Princess and the Frog. Was one of them? The Black Princess? Remember that one?
Yep. Tatiana.
Yeah. So they do this occasionally just to start something, to get some traction. Tomorrow it might be a Black Peter Pan. Or
like that Aladdin genie.
Aladdin?
Yeah, like that Aladdin genie. That was Will Smith. They bypassed that because he was blue anyway. But in the comic book he looked at white. You know what I mean? The Aladdin genie. So I don't know, man. But it's something. I mean, and you gotta realize you got a lot of white audience, so you want that white money too. And some white people maybe be taking out. I'm not gonna go see that black girl, playing that. So I don't know, man. It's something to do with marketing.
Well, you got they don't really
Donald Trump people like going to see. Donald Trump voters like going to the movies too, yo. You gotta get Trump people some money, yo. They want to pay their money. So.
But if you think about it, they really don't need no white money in regards to they're gonna remix an old movie. They're gonna say, all right, most people not gonna watch the same thing, so it's gonna market to the Negroes. Get that Negro money.
They like going. They'll watch anything just like you will. Rewatch stuff over and over. That's why they're upset.
Well, they're gonna watch the Negro as play the Little Mermaid. They're gonna get mad and say, "Look at this black bucket." And they want us this black bitch. I don't want to see no black bitch. You see white women say, "How dare they put this black bitch on the screen?"
They cool until you put somebody black in the place. Then they have true colors coming.
No, listen, Mo. You know how these European females act with black females. They don't want to see it. They might spend it. Maybe some of them will, but most likely they're gonna say some under their breath. Say, "What the fuck they playing this black bitch? That's my Little Mermaid. My daughter's going to be traumatized watching that Negro play the Little Mermaid. That black skin. Oh, look at that skin. You know what I'm saying?
You're so silly.
It's going to have the stringy hair, but it's that fucking skin I hate. Why they play that fucking skin? I don't want to see that black skin.
You know, I was hanging out at a baseball game, and I tell you, I see what, you know, I hear a lot of people make the comment that they're afraid of the diversity that's happening in the U.S. And I was at a baseball game, and so I'm looking at these different shades, and yeah, they losing their little color. I tell you that. A lot of mixed people.
They're getting that little tan.
Them tans. I don't know the bulls and the pastures because them tans looking a little bit too light skinned to me.
Nah.
Oh no!
I was coming out of Barnes and Nobles and shit downtown and shit, you know, getting some IT books, Barnes and Nobles, and you know they had a glass door, so I'm coming out. I'm looking at a mother and daughter putting on sunscreen and shit, right? And as I come out, you can tell the mother just look at my fucking skin. And the nonverbal communication that you can see, I mean, I can't describe it. She was looking at me like, damn, I wish I had that skin color.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have to be worrying about that shit. I just know it. She like looked at me. She looked at me in my eyes for half a second, and then she looked at my damn arms. Now, I don't even know if the arms was big. She was looking at the muscles or nothing. But she was putting this, she was telling like, yeah, we got to put this screen because y'all can hurt. And then she looked at me and then she looked at my skin. I was like, damn, yo.
Yep.
Yo, someone be wishing, man. They don't wish we had our fucking skin. That son be tearing that ass up.
Right. And they were so many shapes. I'm like, dang. I'm just looking at them like somebody done lied in the past, or y'all stayed too long in that tanning bed, or you got some kind. You know how they say we using bleach cream? Like they got melanin cream or something. I'm like,
Right.
I mean, they just shaded. It's like different shades now. They got different shades. I'm like, okay, who's? And then I start looking at them. I say, okay, well maybe this person is from Portland, family from Portland. This person must be from.
Right,
really
exactly.
No country, like, boy, you right there, you got to be from that. I was just kind of laying down the countries, you know, the different white countries that they come from, because I'm like, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Yeah.
You know how they used to be all pale?
Right, exactly. Yeah. Pale was, I don't know what.
They might can pass by for light skin or mulatto or Creole if it wasn't for that hair.
Yeah.
You know, they like it too. And then they got butt now, so you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
it is what it is.
Good. Yeah.
I know, it is what it is. You know, it's that soy. You know, it's that soy. But anyway, I'm gonna end tonight's stream. If people will stand by. But thanks for everybody that's calling and listening to tonight's stream.
Yeah, guys, thanks for having the show tonight, man. But yeah, I just want to say something before we get into our late night hours, man. Your article, man, you just gotta watch out. It can work in both ways. I don't know, but I
mean, just take the information as is, you know. But
yeah, take it as is. Something is food for thought, I guess.
Yeah, but other than that, thank y'all for listening. Till next time. Good night.
Comment, subscribe, and like the channel. And like always, let the chaos reign.